give you a statistic that you probably have heard, but it's true and it's quite unfortunate, that over 80% of journalists in Uganda earn less than 1 million shillings. So this puts them in the context of being either sometimes compromised, yeah, or if they are sticking to their true values of journalism, then sometimes they are left to mirror the society that they see. And it's true that journalism will not always tell only the good, because telling the good alone, then what happens when there is bad? Then for me now, I want to understand, how is this committee going to help us address the factual gaps that do exist? Okay? If there is an aflatoxin challenge, how are we going to address it? Because I'm a journalist, that's my job. Okay? How am I going to address it? I would like to be guided on that. Then the speed of response. Today, artificial intelligence can dish out a video, can dish out an audio, a text, faster than you can type. Okay? Faster than Mr. Amos is writing right now a statement. But before he finishes that statement, a picture of Museveni has already come out. I was watching a YouTube live yesterday. I'm summarizing. I was watching a YouTube live yesterday, and the YouTube live was an AI of Ibrahim Traore trying to decipher trying to put France in a negative light. But I noticed that this video was looping, and I also noticed Ibrahim Traore is not a very fluent English speaker. Now, I came to understand that this has been an agenda that has been pushed. I do not know why, but you go on TikTok, go on Facebook, go on YouTube, Ibrahim Traore is now trending. Now, beyond just trending, so many people are riding on that narrative that he's an African unionist. He's trying to fight for the agenda for Africa, okay? So I realize, yes, he's speaking in the interest of Africa, but it is an AI. So this debate happens late last night, yesterday in the newsroom, and the person is like, no, but he is defending Africa's what? Position, whether it is AI or not. Then I'm like, it's good, but it's not ethical. Because he doesn't know this is being said in his persona, okay? And even if he supported it, how about when the creator of this content uses it to push a certain agenda? So the speed at which we also address some of these communications, how are we going to address that? Maybe lastly is I've always told my colleagues that we need a media professional body yesterday. We've heard about UJA, Uganda Journalists Association. Unfortunately, I do not subscribe to, or I do not align with their way of doing things. We've talked about the Media Council. Emmanuel told me about the other body. What's the other body? The one that's in. All right, but we all see that all these bodies are inactive. Okay? So I feel like we need answers on how this committee is going to help harness and bring up some of these bodies to actually sieve out, because our guest keynote speaker spoke about the variations in the kinds of journalists, the citizen journalist, the part-time journalist. Was it the part-time? The freelance journalist, and then of course the full-time journalist. Okay? But if we have a professional body, we can sieve out those that are professional, and perhaps government can decide to partner. You might not necessarily employ them, but decide to partner at an event like this. Let's have those that are accredited. Okay? So those are some of few thoughts. There are sentiments, comments, but also within there are questions. Thank you.
Okay, I think let's have all the questions, and then I would ask, maybe you direct the question to who would be able to respond.